Yo, what up? It's Nick here coming to you from my bedroom, and I would like to talk to you today about this book called Hopping Over the Rabbit Hole: How Entrepreneurs Turn Failure into Success by Anthony Scaramuncci. Yeah. Anyways, really good book, really smooth read too. Um, the basic premise of it is really in the title, and it's about how this author he had the experience of going through owning multiple financial businesses, and he sold one, went back to work for Goldman Sachs, and it talks a lot about the failure of his company and how he got back up and took his company to a whole nother level because the failure kind of forced him to do so. And that's the main premise of the book. Like I said, it's a really smooth read, really easily digestible, and I feel like it's almost too easy because it doesn't, like, it's all very it's all stuff that we know we should know and stuff that we kind of like know is true. And so it doesn't, I feel like it doesn't challenge you as much, especially if you're into these books already. Like any, business, relation, like company relation type deal, marketing books. They all have they all work off the same principles. And I feel like this book does as well. And so therefore, and they kind of refined it really well, so it's easily digestible to the masses. It's a good story. He has good, writing, really good editor, and to where it just moves very smoothly. And I don't feel like my brain was challenged as much by it as some other books that I've read, where it has like some enlightening, crazy concept that totally challenges like all my preconcepts, or it makes me see myself in a different way. A few little excerpts. What I did like from the book, he talks about starting a business, and he says, the quote from the book is, take how hard you think it's going to be and multiply that by 15, and then you'll get your actual reality of how hard it is. I thought that was pretty cool. I also thought it was cool that all of this stuff is firsthand experience from him, and he's and I think because of that reason, he's been endorsed by a lot of really prominent people. Peter Diamandis did the intro, or the foreword, and then Tony Robbins did the intro. And then I actually heard the book from Jay Abraham, who's a really prominent business multiplier, I guess you can call him. He's really good at like restructuring businesses and making them work. As far as I understand what he does, he's a consultant, so he does a lot of different things, I guess, under that consultant role. Then the basic story of the book is he started at Goldman Sachs. He worked there for a little bit. He got fired from Goldman Sachs. Ended up starting a business, selling it. I think he went back and he worked for Goldman Sachs, and then he quit Goldman Sachs again. This time he left on his own terms, and then he started this financial company called Skybridge, and Skybridge is it's like an alternative hedge fund investing thing. And hedge funds are basically places where you can put your money to where it grows, but it's safe and it's hedged from like all these different like ups and downs of the market. And it's it's normally for where like really really wealthy investors usually invest into, because from what I understand, it's like a balanced portfolio where you have lots of different things and they just take care of that, as opposed to like a specific mutual fund where they're very specialized in one area and it's more it's more vulnerable to the ups and downs of that specific market. So he starts this company. Then the 2008 crash happens, and he's left scrambling. And he like some of investors like pull out, and he gets like he has this one little glimmer of hope. This one person from Australia pulls through, and like even though he doesn't give him the entire money that they promised before the crash happened, he gives him some of it just because he's a good person and that was his word. And what happens is instead of like buckling or not doing anything and kind of just trying to do the same thing, what he does is he makes a bold move, and he in the middle of the recession, in the middle of like the dry period, like after 2008, his company Skybridge hosts a seminar or a convention, a hedge fund convention in Las Vegas, which was a very ballsy move because everyone was telling him that he couldn't do it and that no one was looking to invest because in 2008, yada yada yada. But anyways, he makes this convention. He makes it really good too, where there were a lot of like it was high value for the people because there were a lot of like investors and like very few brokers, and he provided a lot of value, and provided it something like interesting to go to. And because of that, it was very successful. They got a lot of investments, although the convention itself was a loss for them. Their investments and their reputation from people because of the convention increased, and they were able to do a convention the next year, and Skybridge has now become a household name in the hedge fund industry. And now they have something, I don't know, upwards of $12 billion in assets under management. And that's basically the story of Anthony Scaramuncci. He even got a little bit playing himself in Wall Street 2. Money Never Sleeps. And a few other like little cool tidbits from the story of his. He talks a lot about not blowing up in the office and like not letting your personal emotions kind of ruin your career, because he was in a lot of situations where that could have happened for him. And because like when he got fired from Goldman Sachs, he didn't blow up and he didn't lash out at everybody. He was able to leave on good terms, get the references from them, which helped him get another job, and then go back to Goldman Sachs afterwards. Yeah. And I think there's one more thing, which was... Well, there were a couple more things. Not really thinking of it right now. But overall, it was a really good book, really easy read, quick read. I think I finished it in like 3 days. And yeah, I recommend it. It's good. I feel like it's good for anyone who's thinking about starting a business and in the beginning stages of starting a business, or going through a really tough time in a business, because his story is pretty inspiring, and I would say motivates you to push through and find the solution, thinking out of the box. So that was my synopsis again on Hopping Over the Rabbit Hole, how entrepreneurs turn success or failure into success. by Anthony Scaramuncci. Thank you for watching. If you have any questions or books that you'd like me to read and rate, comment in the comment below, and see you again soon. Peace.